Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I want to give you an all-encompassing NFT market update, show you where I think we're heading. Are we, hitting a bottom yet, or should we expect prices to continue lower, as well as transparently update you and show you what we're doing with Moonshot Garage project to begin this video. After that, I'm going to show you the top 6 NFTs I would be accumulating during this bear market, my top 6 picks that I think are going to get you phenomenal returns and gains. So this is going to be a super valuable video for you if you are into NFTs, and we're going to go ahead and get started with the most recent trade on MSGPs. Guys, I have diamond handed the hell out of these. I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 in this wallet. I've got 2 in another wallet. And so you can see I haven't sold a single one, okay? And right now the floor is a little bit above our entry price. We did get all the way up to 0.27 Ether, but I just simply don't see there being enough selling pressure in this project to push the price down too hard because, like I said, you're incentivized to hold so you can get future pre-sale and whitelist access to upcoming NFT drops on Immutable X. With the limited supply, like I told you guys, the tokenomics, the incentives here, it's all designed for, phenomenal price performance, in my opinion. That's why, despite what, many people may believe, like maybe they think Moody Crows is better, Astro Bros is better, whatever. Oh my God, that rhyme, that was cool. I think the tokenomics, right, the supply and the demand here is just better for price performance. And so that's why I think these are going to get up to 0.3 Ether floor here with some time easily, no doubt about it. And, to be honest, when you have conviction, when you have a plan and a thesis, you actually like these divs because you understand that you're getting rid of some of the paper hands, and then the people who actually come in and buy are holders and people who actually believe in it. Most of the time, as time progresses, you weed out the people who aren't serious, you get the people who are serious, and that's why I'm not worried one bit here, and that's why I hold all of them, and I haven't sold a single one. So that is your transparent breakdown of MSGP on Immutable X. Now, going on about the landscape of Immutable X right now, I think 99% of these upcoming projects are total shit. I would stay away from them. Guys, we're starting to see, right? And when we first started on Immutable X, every project pumped, which was Moody Crows, Astro Bros, Land Loot, and Moonshot Garage. But besides these 4 first mover projects, the rest are total crap. IMX Toads is below mint price. Shitty ass grandmas are below mint price. I mean, you got this horrible pixelated art, more garbage stuff coming. And so let me tell you, let me cut to the point, cut the BS here for you guys. I see 3 profitable opportunities coming up here in the future, which are Immutable Apes, Immutable Punks, and by the way, these 2 that I'm mentioning here I think are stupid, but I still think they're going to be profitable opportunities. Right? And then third and final NFT on Immutable X I would be looking out for, I forgot. Okay, so I will get back to you when I remember what that thought was. So let's get into it, guys. I want to talk about the top 6 NFTs I would be accumulating if I were you in this NFT bear market. Now, something you should know is I'm not just, a lot of these channels, one, they get paid to talk about NFTs, you're right, and to promote a project. First, I'm not getting paid to talk about any of these projects. 2, I put my money where my mouth is at. And 3, you can check that out on Twitter. I give you tons of updates. Watch the videos on this channel. I go over my picks. I explain them. I try to educate you on why I'm so confident and why I have conviction in that plan and trade. And so, here's on my pinned tweet on Twitter, you can see I've actually put over $100,000 into some of these NFTs I'm about to mention to you. So there's 2 ways to look at that. 1, either I'm shilling my own bags, or 2, I put my money where my mouth is at, right? So just depending on your negative or positive person, everyone's got their own viewpoint. You decide who you want to be, but at the end of the day, I mean, can you talk about something without it being a shill? You know what I mean? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you should do it. I'm just telling you what I think are the top 6 best NFTs to be accumulating in this bear market that I think. And remember, this is just one man's opinion, but I think the 6 projects I'm about to mention are free money, okay? And obviously nothing's guaranteed. Nothing is free money, but these are, I'm just very confident in these picks. So let's get into number 1, which is Kongz. like I said, I put my money where my mouth is at. I bought a Cyberkong here recently for 6.3 Ether. And I posted that publicly on Twitter when that went through. And so you can see that here, it cost me about 6.3 Ether, which was roughly 26,000 at the time of purchase. Now, one cool thing here is the all-time average price on this guy is actually 8.2 Ether. So I've gotten him for less than the all-time average price, which is great. And so, look, something I want to share with you. There's so many investment strategies, principles that you can have. One of the most common ones is just reinvest your money every single month, right? Dedicate $500 a month and invest it into the S&P 500, right? That's one common investment, strategy that everyone does, right? Or what I want to share with you, it is a strategy I find to be effective, is anytime you see something dip 50% or more and you know it's something good, right? Like Bitcoin or Ether or something that is established, something that's kind of like a blue chip and you know it's going to succeed, those are the times to jump on the opportunity, right? If it's a blue chip, what do we mean by blue chip, by the way, right? Because, a lot of people throw around this term and it kind of sounds a little weird in the NFT space, but let's think of a blue chip as Coca-Cola stock, Apple stock, Starbucks, Google, Microsoft, Apple, companies that are not going to die, companies that are here to stay. They're too big to fail. And so when we say blue chip NFTs, we're talking about NFTs that are exactly that. Too big to fail, that are going to be here, that they're going to survive through the bad times, the ups and downs. And so the blue chips, the first two picks that I'm mentioning here are Cyberkongs and Cool Cats. I think these are the two best medium price range NFTs. At around $26,000 to $35,000, you could be getting into this, right? And so I know some of you may be thinking, hey, I don't have $26,000, $35,000 to be getting into these, Alex. And that's why we've got 4 other picks, so don't even worry, all right? So top 2 picks, Cyberkongs, Cool Cats. I'm not a big fan of Cool Cats personally, but there's no doubt about it. There's no question in my mind. I mean, these are, in my opinion, an established blue chip, and I don't think these are going anytime soon. So, like I said, that principle I was just talking to you about, right? You got different principles. Invest every month, no matter what the price. 500 in, right, is like what the regular person does. Or you can do the big ball strategy, and buy shit when it's at a 50% discount. So, for example, both Cyberkongs and Cool Cats are blue chip NFTs that we know are not going to go away anytime soon. They've established themselves. At this point, they are too big to fail, is what it would seem like, right? And so you have reason number 1, which is that. And reason number 2 is they're both at a 50% discount. And so these are the opportunities you live for. These are opportunities you got to pull the trigger on. And in my opinion, like I said, imagine you could invest in Microsoft at 50% off, Apple 50% off. Have you ever lost money doing that? No, you haven't. They've always rebounded, and that makes sense because they're the blue chips. And so these, in my opinion, are free money. Cool Cats and Cyberkongs. I hugely prefer Cyberkongs. Obviously, you can see that's my profile picture on Twitter. And, Cyberkongs, I think, comes with more status, given you get exclusive access to the Wall Street Kongs Discord group. And I just think they're more OG. But that's just my opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own. But those are my 2 free money, easy picks to be buying. Obviously, like I said, they're in the mid-range tier of around $25,000 to $35,000. So it's not going to be for everybody, but that's why we've got more picks. So next 2 picks are a little more speculative. They're not guaranteed. They are higher risk, but they do obviously have higher reward potential. And so obviously I'm a huge fan of Jungle Freaks. I put over $40,000, $50,000 into this here. This tweet says 45,000. I actually put more into that after this tweet, but you can even go see that in my collection here at Crash Trading One Wallet. And so this is just a fantastic project when we look at the numbers. And what do I mean by that? Well, first off, let's look at the total supply listed and available on the market. It's 1,500, but that's only 15% of the supply available. A lot of projects we see, they have 20% plus of the supply. So this is a good supply available ratio in relation to the total number in the collection. On top of that, when you actually dig a little deeper, you'll find out that of those 1,500 listed, look how many are above a 2 Ether floor. 1,300. Okay, so 1,300 of the 1,500 listed are above 2 Ether floor, meaning they're not even effective supply. right? They're just way up there. Okay, they're not even close to getting filled, right? The order and the price. So really, effective supply weighing the price down is very, very small, and that's why as soon as we have some kind of injection of money flow into the NFT bull market, right, or just the NFT market, which would then make it a bull market, is what I meant to say. I think this, you don't need a lot of money to flow in. Look how thin this floor is. You scroll just a couple rows, you're up to a 1.35 ether floor. So, obviously you're going to have paper hands in a bear market. You need liquidity. You want to, get into the alt season, whatever, right? But the truth is 95% of people are holding this. They have no plans on selling that. And that's what we call a diamond-handed community. I even, posted this on Twitter here yesterday in honor of this collection, saying, look, we are calling this the 91 out of 100 rating for a diamond hand community rating, right? And Jungle Freaks repost this. I mean, Jungle Freaks, they always repost my stuff because obviously, I'm a big fan of this, what they do. All right, so that's your first speculative, higher risk, higher reward play. And what I mean by this, right? So we got tier 1 of blue chips that I would be buying right now, which are Kongz and Cool Cats, right? Tier 2 of these picks is projects that have the potential to be blue chips, right? And so project number 1 to be a blue chip is Jungle Freaks. I think it has over an 80% probability of actually establishing itself as that. But we need time. We're in the middle of a bear market. People need liquidity. People are panicking. But we really see that only 5% of people are trying to get out of Jungle Freaks. 95% are staying in. So that brings me to my second, more speculative, a little more risky play. That's not a blue chip, right? Because in my opinion, my thesis is blue chips, right? They're gonna rebound. To me, that's a fact, right? That's my thesis. That's what I'm confident in. And so to me, that's free money. Now, getting to my next pick, right? Higher risk, higher reward is Mutant Cats. Now, this is another phenomenal project when you look at the numbers. Now, you might be thinking 10,000 owners and 650 owners and 10,000 items, that's a horrible ratio. But the truth is 91% of the supply is staked. And the important thing to know is when you stake your cats, they go to one wallet, and that's why it's like one wallet owns like 9,400 of the cats, but really it's your cats that you're staking, which goes and is held in a wallet. So really, if you read the damn description, Mutant Cat holders is nearly 5,000, but I get probably 200 tweets a day of people saying, what do you think about that owner ratio? Isn't it so bad? And so the beautiful thing about this project is you're earning passive fish. And fish are valued at $2 a day. You get 10 of those fish whenever you hold one of these cats. So around $20 a day you could be making potentially by holding one of these. And on top of that, basically when you own one of these, you become a fractional owner in the community wallet. And the community wallet buys Cool Cats and tons of blue chip NFTs, and you basically own a tiny percentage of that, and that's obviously distributed to you in fish. Guys, it's a little bit complicated. It takes like 10 plus minutes to explain this project in full detail. So if you want a full breakdown, check out our video on Mutant Cats about a week ago, and that's going to catch you up to speed, because this is not just your average and regular profile picture collection. There's a lot more going on here, and I would highly advise you look into it before you get into it. This, I think, is going to get to a 2 ether floor and beyond easily. Like I said, looking at the numbers, you had 235 listed out of 10,000 supply total. So you have 2% of the supply available, which is obviously very little. Very scarce asset at this point. And it's only a matter of time until you just have a massive supply shock. Too little with too big of a demand. On top of that, with the utility that's coming to the fish token, if the fish token increases to a value of, let's say, $10, that is going to bring so much attention to this project, because that means you basically be making $100 a day by holding one of these, right? Imagine the headlines. A guy makes $100 a day just by holding NFT, right? And that's obviously why we've seen Kongz have so much success. And so this is very similar to that in the fact that, hey, if this utility token catches value through the decisions and actions they're implementing into their Mutant Cat ecosystem, okay, like I said, you might have no idea what I'm talking about right now. That's why it's important you get up to speed, educate yourself on this. We're not going to go 20 minutes into this, but just brief explanation, right? So look into this, but if the fish token catches value, if it increases This thing is going to absolutely explode and go over 2 Ether in my opinion. So that's 4 picks so far. First 2 are blue chips and Kongz and cool cats. Third and fourth picks are a little more risky, unproven, but we're betting on the fact that they will be proven, right? They will prove themselves in the future, and that's Jungle Freaks and Mutant Cats. Now, moving on to number 5 and number 6. Number 5 is going to be a major high ticket play, which is Bored Ape Yacht Club. This is also a blue chip, but this is, really pricey. You're paying over $140,000 for one of these right now. Now, personally, we dipped to 28 Ether, last week, and I was really close to pulling the trigger on it. But I decided to go into, things like Jungle Freaks, Kongz, and so forth. And so that was the time to get in my opinion, was at a 28 Ether floor last week. You missed it, and so did I. So at this point, I wouldn't be too excited to jump in at 35 Ether, but if it dips, definitely a opportunity to consider. So getting into the 6th and final project I have high conviction in during this NFT bear market that I think is going to recover and turn back upwards and double is Subducts. Now, you can look them up. They're a verified collection, and they're sitting at a 1.9 Ether floor right now. Now, I want to show you the chart. So I love charts like this where they go parabolic and they kind of cool off, but they base out and find support. So here we've seen Subducts has not been able to go below a 1.6 Ether floor whatsoever, right? They've just based out, found support, and you can see the volume dries out going to the downside, right? So that indicates to you you're likely at the bottom. And so at this point, if you've identified a bottom and you've also identified the upside, you can see you've got limited downside, major upside. Upside to the all-time high would be an easy 2.5x, right? So these are the plays I like. On top of that, what I can tell you by being in the Kongz, Wall Street Kongz Discord chat is Kongz are crazy over Subducts. They love them. And so, I'm not in Subducts personally myself, but it's something I'm considering getting into soon, especially with Kongz backing and knowing how much everyone there loves it in our Discord group. So, yeah, that's my 6th and final play that I wanted to cover in this video. Obviously, I'm not even going to mention CryptoPunks. I think that's out of most people's budget, 98% of people's budget here. So, guys, those are the top 6 NFTs I would be looking to get some exposure to. Remember, the people always want to chase the pump. People always want to buy things when they're going up, which to me makes no sense. I always like to buy things at a discount, especially when I know it's something good, it's quality, and it's going to survive and do well. So those are the picks, guys. First 2, Kongz, Cool Cats. Those are blue chips I think are guaranteed for success, high probability, and in my opinion, free money. Third and fourth, Jungle Cats and Mutant Cats. Jungle Freaks is the more likely to become the blue chip in my opinion. Mutant Cats could have some fundamental problems and cracks on its path down the road that we may not be able to understand as of now. And then Bored Ape Yachts is, like I said, high ticket purchase. You got to have a bigger budget for that one. And then Subducts is at a nice 1.9 Ether floor. You're looking at 2.5x upside there. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys breaking down the NFT market. But before we end that off, the major question everyone's wondering is, when is the NFT bear market going to be over, right? And so I just wanted to show you this chart by @MetaArt Bally. Now, I don't know him. I've never talked to him. But what I can tell you is I don't really promote people. I don't really ever talk about other people. And so when I do, it's because they're good. And this guy is always posting great charts, great information on his Twitter. So I recommend you give him a follow if you're into NFTs. Like I said, I don't know him, never talked to him, but the guy posts good stuff. And so he posted this chart today, which I wanted to show you guys. And so basically what he's showing us is a third bottom in prices for NFTs. So you can see right here, we hit 0.6, right, this bottom right here, and bounced out of there in price. Hit 0.58, bounced out of there in price. And so today, we hit 0.58 in this custom NFT floor tracker overall price, measurement index, I guess you could say. We hit 0.58, which is the third bottom. So it's very likely we get support here. But guys, going back to my principles, when something's at 50% discount, it's something that's proven, it's not going away anytime soon, and it will survive. Those are the opportunities to be jumping in, and it's time to jump into them aggressively. It may not pay off right away, but it will pay off. It's just like saying, you're calling someone an idiot for jumping into Microsoft when it's 50% off. That's easy money. You know what I mean? And so right now, this is easy money. And so we have so many theses we could go over, but this video is getting long enough, guys. I share so much alpha, theses, or what's the correct plural version of theses? I don't know how to say it, guys, but you know what I mean. Man, it's all here on Twitter, so if you haven't followed me, go ahead and do so. Dropping extra alpha, thesis, and just all kinds of helpful information for you there. So follow, this guy, MetaArt Bally on Twitter. And make sure you drop a like and make sure you subscribe to this channel if you're not already, guys. I hope you found this video useful. I wouldn't expect price to go much lower at this point. And really just be trying to get some NFTs when the gas is low, man. I really don't think you can go wrong if you're going with one of the 6 picks or some of the 6 picks that I've shown you in this video. So guys, hope you enjoyed it. I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.